Hi everybody, it's me Jill and welcome to Jill Informed. This is the recap of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 9, Episode 10, A Supreme Snub. This show opens at Denise's house and Dorit is coming over. So Denise has her assistant Mikey getting things ready, laying food out, and Denise is like, she's weighs an ounce, so I'm sure she's not going to eat anything, but you know, so she put things out. And to the confession cam, Denise said, when I first met Dorit, I knew I liked her. She's very warm and friendly. Yeah, just give it a minute, Denise. So Dorit arrives and they're sitting and talking, and Denise asked how Lisa Vanderpump and PK knew each other, and she said, Lisa and Ken knew PK from London. They're like brother and sister. Denise said, are they speaking to each other now? And Dorit goes, and Denise said, when's the last time you talked to her? And she said, at your wedding. Side note, this confessional look, you know, I give Dorit points for trying, right? Because her hair hasn't looked the same in any scene so far this season. But I like that about her. I really do. I like people who are adventurous with their hair and their clothes. I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. My point is that it doesn't always work. Last week, I loved her confessional look with the fishnet and the Chanel earrings. This looks like she has gone back in time to the Wild Wild West and she is headed to her shift at the saloon. I can't understand this look from head to toe. Nothing about this makes sense to me. Next, we see Kyle setting up for Camille's wedding shower. As you know, Kyle is the one who is throwing the shower for Camille, and it turns out that it's in the same place that Camille got married to Kelsey Grammer. Anyway, the table looks beautiful. And she's debating over where to seat everybody. Over at Villa Rosa, the kitchen is being torn up and it's a construction zone. Lisa does the obligatory swinging a hammer because she's angry with Kyle. I hate that kind of thing. It's so overdone. And then in the confessional, Lisa said, Kyle was so rude to me in that kitchen. Had she followed me upstairs into my bedroom, this would be a lot more expensive. Okay, so while the rest of the ladies are showing up at the restaurant for Camille's wedding shower, Erika Jayne is rehearsing for her tour, which kicks off in New Jersey in like a week. So I guess she's been like nonstop in rehearsal. I would like to point out that my daughter bought me the eyeshadow palette of Erika Jayne's collaboration with Too Faced, and I am wearing it as we speak. I'll show you a little close-up because I got a little glitzy glam going. And yeah. And she also got me the Polite Lip Kit of Erika Jayne, which I'm wearing the gloss over a different color lipstick right now, but yeah, it's so fun. And the packaging is gorgeous. Oh, okay. Erika just got whacked in the face by one of her dancers in rehearsal. Yeah, she's on all fours and they're walking like in a circle around her and she's like swinging her head all over the place, and she swung her head up and his knee caught her jaw. Yeah, it was this poor boy, Lockie. She's like, who did it? Who hit me? And he's like, oh, sorry. I mean, she knew it was an accident, but I don't know. She just wanted to call him out or what. But so then Mikey's like, you okay? And she's like, takes a sip of water. No. He goes, you're not? And she's like, I just had my whole neck realigned there. It's fine. I don't want to make a big deal out of it. Let's go again. She's a trooper. So back at the bridal shower, all the ladies are there chatting and talking, and Kyle asks Lisa Rinna about her mom Lois, and she's like, yes, Lois is in town and they're going to have dinner with her the next night, and Lois is just a ray of sunshine, and it really is cute. And she is adorable. She's 90 years old, almost 91. She has a very cute relationship with Lisa. The one glaring omission is that Lisa Vanderpump has not shown up yet. I don't know if she's coming. Dorit tells Kyle that she saw her sister the other night, and she goes, "Oh, you did? You saw my sister?" And she said, "Yes, we had dinner with Kathy." And Kyle said, "Yeah, I saw her the other day," and that she and both of her sisters went out to dinner, I guess, the other day. And there's a picture of the three of them together. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's great that you're talking again." And Rinna goes, "Well, yeah, the show got canceled." And they all started laughing. Even Kyle, and Kyle's kind of like, "Yeah, I mean, I guess it was sort of like one or the other. The show got canceled, so now I have my sisters back." Then talk turned to Lisa Vanderpump. Where was she? I guess she's not coming. And Kyle asked Camille, "Is she coming to your wedding?" And Camille goes, "I don't know. She didn't come to this." Camille's like, "I don't have a beef with her. I mean, I know she's mad at Kyle, but like, why is she punishing me?" Oh, just wait till she hears what you said about her teeth and her breath. It'll be your turn next. Kyle tells her that she should text Lisa and just tell her that she was missed. And Camille's like, "Oh, that's great. That's what I'll do." To the confession cam, Lisa Rinna's like, "You were missed?" That's passive-aggressive. I think the time of being passive-aggressive is over. She should just tell her, "You hurt my feelings. Not coming to my shower hurt my feelings." Next, we are at Kyle's house, and she and Portia are driving down the road in her little Vanderhall. Is that what she's called it? It's this little kind of, it looks like a doom buggy with just 3 wheels. And Portia, oh my God, she's so cute. Portia looks like a little Kyle. They have the same sunglasses and hat. She's adorable. Oh my God. If you need a glimpse into how the other half lives, watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Lisa Rinna now is with her daughters and her mom, and they're at this, I don't know if it's a clinic, I don't know what it is, but it's this center. There's a doctor there, a plastic surgeon, and there's an IV lounge. There's cryotherapy. There's all kinds of new agey kind of procedures that all the beautiful people like to get done. So Lisa and her daughters are getting their vitamin IV drips while Lois sits there and looks at them like they're insane. Lois is 90 years old. She looks 70 and has never had a massage, never had any pampering done. So, I mean, I'm not going to knock it because Lisa and her daughters are incredibly beautiful. Of course, her daughters are young, but I mean, I'm just not going to knock it. I think I'm just jealous. I really think that I would love to try all that stuff. After the IV drips, Lisa goes into an infrared bed that's supposed to do, Lisa can't remember what. And her daughters go into one of those cryotherapy things. It's 140 degrees below zero. No, I'm not doing it. Right before Delilah goes in, she tells the doctor she has a nipple ring on, and he's like, "Oh, that's fine." No, I don't think that would be fine. At 140 below zero, it's metal. Isn't that gonna hurt? Prior to this, while they were still getting their IV drips, somebody asked where Harry Hamlin was, and they were saying, "Oh, he's been glued to the TV set." Lisa said that ever since he got back from his camping trip in Canada, he's been glued to the TV because this is now during the Brett Kavanaugh hearing. I'm only mentioning it because I believe it is going to come up later in this show, but I normally steer clear of anything remotely political. But I don't want anybody to argue about politics. It's too much in this world. Too many places on the internet where you can fight about politics. So I'm hoping not here. Okay, now Lisa Rinna and Lois are on their way, I think, to the lunch or dinner that they're going to with the other ladies. And Lisa said, "Oh boy, that vitamin IV push just really's got my energy up. I wish I was doing QVC now. I just feel like I could go, go, go." And Lois said, "Oh yeah, I don't watch you too much on that QVC. I'll turn it on to see you, but then I think, oh boy, I'm bored." Rinna's like, thanks a lot, Mom. You know, when you're 90, you get to say whatever you want. Okay, so all the ladies are arriving at the restaurant. Teddy, Kyle, a friend of Lisa's I don't know. Dorit, you know, they're all showing up. Lisa Rinna is sitting next to Kyle, and she shows her purse. Of course, Kyle is going crazy for it, and she's like, oh, is this the one you bought in Paris? And Lisa goes, yeah. It's an Hermes bag, $5,000 handbag. You guys, it's this big. It's about 5 inches by 4 inches high. It's so tiny. You gotta love it though, right? Uh-oh. Okay, so Camille is there also. And really, it's like everybody except Lisa Vanderpump again. Kyle asked Camille, did you text Lisa Vanderpump? And she said, yes, I said, you were missed. Oh, yeah? And what did she say? She said that she wasn't invited. Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay, so now we have another she said situation. Who's lying now? Okay, guys, I've got my detective goggles on and I'm confused about something. But before I get to that, let me just say this. Okay, so Kyle was like, wait, what? Did she really? And she's like, mm-hmm. And Kyle said, what did you say to her? First of all, Kyle's got the receipts because she pulls it up on her phone. Delivered. These are messages about the shower. She got them. Okay, so Camille pulls up her phone and she's like, well, I mean, basically it just said, oh, I didn't know you weren't invited. So now we can see a close-up of Camille's phone and it says, I didn't know you weren't invited. Send. This part's funny because it's not one long text. It's like, wrote something, send, 4 times in a row before Lisa even gets back to her. But she wrote, I didn't know you weren't invited, send. Nobody told me that. Of course I would have wanted you there. Send. Sorry, send. It was lovely, send. Okay, but here's where my detective goggles come in. At the top of the page, it just has the initials LT. Not LVP, not LV, LT. Do you guys know, like, did her maiden name start with a T? I mean, why would Camille have her listed in her phone as LT, number 1? And number 2, could this be somebody else that she texted? And we're seeing this whole text, but really it's not Lisa Vanderpump. Like, what if Camille accidentally texted a different Lisa friend of hers that really wasn't invited? Oh, I don't know, man. It's just weird. You guys, leave a message in the comments. What is your theory of what LT stands for? Oh, okay, the next close-up does show what Lisa said. Now we see a little bit higher up in the thread. You see Camille saying, you were missed today, and LT responding, I wasn't invited. It's okay though. Hope you had fun, darling. Darling, that does sound like Lisa Vanderpump. So what is the LT? To the confession cam, Kyle's a little angry with Camille for saying, oh, I didn't know you weren't invited. She's like, listen, I know nobody likes to confront Lisa Vanderpump, but still, she should have said something like, yeah, you were invited. I don't know if I would have, like, taken sides necessarily if I were Camille, but I think I probably would have said, oh, well, Kyle thought you were coming. She had a place card for you. So I'm pretty sure she believes you were invited, you know, like that. But I don't know. Anyway, somebody asks where Harry is, and Lisa's like, yeah, I tried to get him to come, but like apparently Harry cannot pull himself away from the TV during this Brett Kavanaugh hearing. Although I feel like I was kind of glued to my TV set as well. Lisa Rinna is making it clear that She thinks that Christine Blasey Ford was very brave for coming forward. She said, you know, I really think she's just changing the game here. Camille says kind of under her breath, well, I have a different opinion. This is where we're going to get into a little bit of a scuffle. Okay, probably the next 5-10 minutes are about this heated discussion between Camille and mostly Lisa Rinna, but a few of the other ladies are being vocal in support of Lisa Rinna's side of it. Then they realize they want to stop this conversation, and Lisa toasts to Lois, who is, you know, the honoree at this little gathering, and so, yeah, they're trying to, like, end that topic of discussion. Moving on. After they toast Lois, Camille gets up to go to the bathroom, and then Kyle said, I just got a text from my sister Kim, who said, I'm watching you right now. They are on the second floor of this restaurant in sort of a private little balcony area. So they all look out and they see Kim is sitting and having dinner with some man in the corner. And so now they're all waving. Rinna, hi Kim, hi Kim, even though, you know, Lisa Rinna hates Kim Richards. Now Kyle goes downstairs to say hello to Kim. Dorit asks Lisa Rinna, how are you about seeing Kim? And Lisa goes, I'm fine. You know what? She's just a human being existing in the world just like I am. It's all good. And then I think Denise said, where's Camille? Did she leave? And everyone kind of looks at each other like, oh yeah, she just said she was going to go use the restroom, but she never came back. Now we cut over to Camille downstairs, crying, patting at her eyes. You know, she has taken the pro-Brett Kavanaugh side. I said I wasn't going to discuss it, but what's weird to me is that she had revealed that she, too, was a victim of sexual abuse, but she is siding with Brett Kavanaugh because she has also been accused of something she didn't do, and it kills her to be accused of something you didn't do. She thinks that's horrible. Even though she could relate to both of them, actually, right? But she's somehow relating more to Brett Kavanaugh. Basically, Kyle tells her, listen, you have a right to have a different opinion than your friends and still go up there and laugh and have fun with them. That's what friends do. So she's like, okay, you're right, you're right. So she heads back upstairs. Oh, and then right then and there, she asks Kyle to be one of her bridesmaids. Right there on the stairs in the middle of a big crying jag. But Kyle is delighted. Camille does go upstairs and everyone's like, are you okay? And she's like, and they're like, no, you're not. And Lisa Rinna said, did I hurt your feelings? And she's like, it's okay. So Lisa Rinna goes over and hugs her, and she manages to get out that she was the victim of a big smear campaign, being accused, you know, whatever. It was a really ugly divorce with Kelsey Grammer. I'm sure that's what she was referring to. And I'm sure it was brutal. So anyway, everybody kind of makes up. And then Denise and Dorit take off. They're saying their goodbyes to everybody. Downstairs, Kathy Hilton is there also. So Kyle's like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I mean, I think she was making it sound like Kathy and Kim were not together, and that was a surprise too. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. Okay, now we are at Lisa Rinna's house. I think it's probably the next day, and Lois is in the little kitchen booth. Oh my gosh. Remember when every scene that Lisa Rinna was ever in was at that little booth in her kitchen? It's good to see that the cushions still have the same striped pattern. It's like an old friend. Oh, wow, you guys. Sorry, this is a sad story about Lois. A few years before Lisa Rinna was born, her mom got picked. She knew this guy, and he picked her up to give her a ride I guess she was at the bus stop, and she knew him, so he's like, come on, I'll give you a ride. And then he started going down this deserted road. He started to attack her. He tried to rape her. He straddled her, and Lois said he had a hammer in one hand and a knife in the other. He tried to kill her. And what saved her was the military police had seen the car go down this road, and I guess no cars were supposed to be going down there, and so it followed them. This was a man that she worked with. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so, the police caught him, and Lois was the first woman that he went to jail for, that he got caught. He did 7.5 years, and then he got out. Oh my God, he went on to kill 16 to 18 women, and then got, I guess, caught again, and now he's in prison for life. Wow. Well, that's a hell of a story. Wow. This story just keeps getting more horrific. So Lisa Rinna remembers that when she was a little girl, that her mother told her that the reason she couldn't smell anything and had metal plates in her head was because a kid on the playground hit her with a hammer. And Lois goes, "Oh, is that what I told you?" I mean, she just didn't ever want to have Lisa grow up to be like a scared little girl, so she didn't really want to share the story with her. So this guy hit her with the hammer. Oh my God. That's making me sick. Oh yay. So on that fun note, that is where this episode ends. Woo! All right, let me pull myself together. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, the parts that you could enjoy. This episode wasn't as fun as I like them to be, but that's okay. That happens sometimes. It's real life. But thank you for joining me. And please subscribe to Jill Informed if you haven't already done so. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I will be here next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central Time to recap the next episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I hope I see you then. Bye.